Hey guys, it's Bethany. So today I want to talk to you about how I am building up my own wardrobe. I've been looking for pieces as I've gotten older that really match each other. So I've been trying to nail down a color scheme that I would love to wear every single day. And I've also been trying to find pieces that match my own personal body style, because nothing's worse than trying to go to your closet and then looking through your closet and it's like nothing fits just the way that it's supposed to. And I definitely struggle with that being that I'm 5'1". So this spring I am going to be going further on this journey of trying to nail down a minimal, neutral wardrobe. The first thing that I love to do is look at Pinterest, just like everybody else. It's so nice to be able to look at a board that I have been pinning to for a while regarding my style and seeing how it's changed over the years. And so now I'm coming to an age where I would love to be able to have pieces that last for a really long time. Classic pieces that I've invested in and that even the brand themselves have great pride in their work. So that is why I have been coming back over and over to Pinterest, because when you look at your board, you're able to see pieces that really match that personal style. Even ones that you go back in time and you're like, wow, some of those I don't even like anymore. But others, you're like, wow, I have always loved this particular type of silhouette. And so that is why I am going on Pinterest a lot and pinning pieces that match a certain aesthetic that I'm really looking for and have always loved. Something that I'm absolutely loving right now is more of a Southwestern theme. And so while I still love all my classic pieces, I also like to accentuate those classic pieces with a few things that have a bit of a flair to them. So for me, I love to wear bandanas and fedoras and boots even to add a little bit of fun, I guess, to a more minimal wardrobe. But even those fun pieces still match the color scheme and do not overpower my very tiny petiteness that I struggle with, because I want to be able to still look tall enough. And some of those pieces I have to just be mindful of even while I'm on Pinterest. So the key to all this, again, is just to find pieces that you personally keep coming back to. At least that's what I found so far while I am crafting my new style. So the next thing that I've been doing, I've mentioned it here and there, is a color scheme. It is so hard to nail down a color scheme and stick to it when you're shopping, but it's so rewarding when you go in your closet and all of the pieces, you could just look at your closet in the dark and just pull two pieces out and they match. And so that is really what I've been moving forward with, and that's what I want to continue to do as I buy new pieces or switch out new pieces with old pieces. So the colors I keep coming back to are white, black, gray, beige, nude, brown, and also like a forest green / moss color. Some of those colors are accent colors as opposed to the very standard basic neutral tones like the white, black, beige, gray colors. Also, I love to mix in some patterns here and there, especially just stripes. Actually, I'm wearing it right now where I have just very thin stripes. So that's just a way to mix those solid colors in with some patterns but still keeping in that color scheme. With all this, the next thing that I do is I look for brands that really have that color scheme and also match my body style. Like, again, it is so hard to find jeans when you're 5'1", and I feel like the majority of my body ratio is all torso. So I really have short legs, and I like to be able to wear brands that actually help me in that regard. It's great whenever they actually have a petite section, and that's so helpful, but I generally have things tailored anyways, and so I'm going to be having more tailoring done and really spending time and energy into getting that done. So some brands that I absolutely love are Madewell, Elizabeth Suzanne, Ozma is a new one. So I've got some brands that I've always loved, like Madewell, of course, but I'm enjoying finding new brands that I really want to spend more money on, just because these independent brands, they have such pride in their work, and so I really want to support these independent brands, especially because they have better textiles. A lot of the price of their products is not really what they are going to put in their pocket. A lot of it comes from the quality of the materials and that type of thing. So I really enjoy supporting them. Everlane is another one. They're very upfront about their costs of operation, and so it's really cool because there's some, when they actually go overstock on some of their pieces, they end up asking, hey, how much would you like to pay for this? Here's a baseline price where they don't make any money, and then you can also offer to pay a little bit more if you want to, which is just a very unique way of shopping, and I like how genuine and upfront they are about all that. And another one that I've absolutely loved for over a year now is Nisolo. They create great shoes and accessories, and so they're also very ethical in their standards, and I just really appreciate that, and their products really stand out. Whenever you wear a Nisolo product, people recognize that there's quality material there. So really cool, well done place. And they handcraft everything in other countries where they have like fair trade and all of those great things. And then there's one more that I've been loving, I just thought of, is Doan. So I just got a shirt from there. I'm fairly new to the Doan brand, but I really do appreciate their, it's kind of like a bohemian style, very much in that color scheme that I have. Again, when you're finding your own color scheme, you might be able to do like a bright blue or something. Maybe that's just something that you've always gotten a lot of compliments or brings out your eye color or that type of thing. So these are just my personal colors that I've been picking out for myself that matches me, and I'm sure that you guys would have ones that match your skin color and everything beautifully. So as much as I love Pinterest, the next thing is no replacement for Pinterest. Pinterest is no replacement for this. They're both independently great. With Pinterest, you're able to pin things to a board, and that idea really came from a literal pinning board, which is what I have behind me. You guys have always seen me with these photos behind me. Really what it is just inspiration. And so I've been updating that about once a month. It's really fun to be able to find pictures that match this color scheme and aesthetic, things that inspire me, and I hope inspire you too, even if they're just like tiny and blurred out sometimes. But I have my color scheme over here as well as just part of it. Like each block is just really fun to be able to print out and show exactly what that color looks like. And it's fun to see the repetition throughout the Pinterest board, the pinning board that's literal behind me. And I also like to mix in things that are not just photos, but sometimes it's fun to just put in a little letter or something else that really makes your home a wonderful place, a wonderful studio, or whatever it is that you have. It's just really fun. So the next thing is something that's pretty hard for me to do personally, is removing clutter. Like, I love to be a bit sentimental about pieces. I don't like to throw things out, but it is so helpful, as I've learned this past fall with going, like, I actually tried to do one of those capsule wardrobes, and I was pretty good at it for a while. When I first did it, it was really interesting because it was so hard to nail it down to like 37 pieces, including shoes and everything. That was a bit extreme. But what ended up happening was I looked at my closet afterwards, and in the questions that I asked myself in the morning went from, oh my gosh, what is it that I'm going to wear today, into what piece do I absolutely love the most in here that I want to wear right now. And so I think I even got more people like giving compliments and stuff, saying, hey, I really like that shirt. I'm like, thank you. It was hiding in the back of my closet. So that is why it's so important to remove clutter. And when you are thinking about your color scheme and your body style, you're going to be able to nail down exactly which pieces you want to keep in your wardrobe. That has been something I've really been trying to do more and more of lately. I don't think I'll ever come to the end where I'm like, yes, I have removed clutter from my life, because that's just not really what's in my DNA. Removing the clutter has helped so much though with when I'm trying to build my personal wardrobe. It's like having a curated closet, and I think that any girl would love that. If I'm still not certain if I want to give something away or not, I am really intentional on just storing it and coming back to it next year or next season and seeing if it's a piece that I really like. And finally, it's the very best part, which is shopping. So I now am trying to find pieces that are quality over quantity. I'm trying to find pieces that are more slow, sustainable fashion. Why I'm doing that, there are so many ethical reasons why you might want to do that, but it's so helpful personally to be able to find slow fashion. It also helps when I'm like, hey guys, I really like these Nisolo shoes, and then I'm able to tell you guys about them, and then a year later I'm like, hey, by the way, these shoes are still standing up well, and I think that you might really like them too. And they're still for sale. Like, it's so annoying when I'm like, hey, I really liked that sweater, but they stopped making it and I can never ever buy it again. So that is really why I like the idea of slow, sustainable fashion. And it's really cool to see other brands, especially independent brands, starting to embrace that. I still like some pieces that are low end and some that are high end, but I'm just trying to think through things that I want to buy that are high end and things that I might want to buy on the low end spectrum, especially accent pieces. I don't expect to love bandanas forever, but I love them right now, and as long as they fit my color scheme and are fun to wear, there's no harm in that. But I would rather spend my money on pieces that are more like classics. So yeah, that's kind of where my breakdown is and what I'm thinking through as I'm trying to build this new wardrobe onto my existing one. So thanks you guys for listening to this little chatty video about a wardrobe. I hope that it's helpful, and maybe if you need help nailing down a color scheme, just write in the comments below and we'll figure it out together. Thanks guys, bye!